Hello everyone, my name is Relax and Panic, and this is another reaction to Oregairu. It is episode 5, and you know what to do as always. If you want to see the reaction itself, go down into my descriptions, follow the links, replace the circumflex dot parts with real dots, and enjoy. Once you have done that, feel free to come back here and hear my thoughts about this episode, so see you soon. For those that came back, welcome back. In a world full of misery, despair, and loneliness again, because that's where he's heading to again. Because he is an idiot! Holy heck, man. What should I say? Hiki. I mean, I could have seen that coming, kind of, in the moment when he realized who it was. But let's go through this, as always, at least trying with the start. So, he arrived late and had tried to wiggle his way out, which did not really work. Although the idea of bringing in superheroes that they always arrive late and no one complains, a clever one, not bad. We were introduced to Kawasaki Saki, who seems to be, after hearing her story and what it was about, a nice girl. I mean, apart from being good, and in my opinion very good looking, she is a very sporty one, and self-aware and everything. Additionally, she's a really good being by trying to help her brother, and by trying to help her family, by paying for her own fees, although she still shouldn't be. I see her point, I see why she does it, so she's a good one. What else to say? We had this interesting study group. We finally have a name of the sister of Hiki, so I already wrote it down over here, Komachi, which is good, and she's friends with the brother of Saki, Kawasaki Saki. So it's fitting in one episode. So in general, we always have closed episodes about one thing and a big storyline. I like it. It's a good concept. It's a good idea. And they followed her. They put in a little bit of fun, in my opinion. I found it quite entertaining, apart from the total distraction of the teacher about still being single and not having kids, not having a husband and anything like that. It was a little bit overplayed, but it gave us a bit of background on her, and I felt a little bit sad for her. I mean, there was a deadly strike there, no question. We had Hayama being completely rejected by Saki. That was funny as well. So a lot of things there. I'm pretty sure that Yuki likes the cat, and it would be funny and it would be entertaining if this cat would appear later on in an episode with her, so that she adopted the cat, because to me it looked a lot like she was about to kind of fall for the cat. So they I wouldn't be surprised if they bring that in later on. And after visiting the maid cafe, which was funny and nice, because it's good to see those characters in a bit of different dresses there, which was, well, good to look at. And then in additional different dresses, when they went to the bar, the angel ladder, the stairway to heaven, because they were dressed up a lot there, which was good, and even Hiki looked good in my opinion. Bring them out of the only in the school concept is a cool thing, because you see more about how they might appear outside of the world we know. So I like that. And we had this talk there. We got a bit of background information about Yuki as well. So her father is working for or in the prefectural assembly. I am not so sure what that. I mean, assembly means that you put something together. Prefectural, I guess, about the area. I'm not sure what it is. It might be something politic. Just guessing, because that's not my native language. I don't know that. But you could write it down what it means. And it clearly did hit her there. So there was something she didn't want to hear. She doesn't like to open up about her personal life, Yuki. Which is a good point made by Kawasaki Saki. The fact that you are kind of jumping into my personal life now, so you know that you don't like that when it is about your life. That's a true thing. So if Yuki doesn't like if other people touch into her life and into her personal life, then she should be very much aware how far she is allowed to go with others as well. So they did interfere and touch into the life of Kawasaki Saki here. Although they did it on good reasons, on wanting to help, it still is a personal thing. The solution, by the way, which was set up by Hiki, just saying, of just creating a meeting between the siblings, between brother and sister, and then have them talk in the end. I mean, that's something he could have done himself, but thus others are around. Maybe that's why they are more open or can reflect more on it. It solved the issue, because by doing so, they found out the reason behind it. And as I said, it boosts Kawasaki Saki in the meaning of that she's a good being by trying to take a burden from the family. And they very, very good explained the thing by doing so. However, she puts kind of a burden on her brother and the others in the family, because caring for your siblings and your family is something that is not only a burden, but it is a privilege as well. You know, it's not easy to describe, but if she works at night so that the parents, don't have to pay for her summer school, so that they can use the money for her brother, as example, her notes go down, her grades go down, so she gets bad in school. And the moment he realizes that, it puts a burden on him, because now he feels responsible to that she maybe, just maybe, got worse grades. So what if now he tries to work so he can pay for fees and so on? That's like a spiral. So be open to each other in the family at least and work something out together. You know, what is an option where everyone can live with? Nice idea, nice concept, I liked it. And the big one, however, came in the end. Now, as I said, Hiki is an idiot. So he is again trying to be a loner. We now know that it is Yui whose dog he saved. So it was the dog of hers, and I am not sure how much of what happened in the past episodes now is due to a real felt guilt towards him, or anything like a responsibility that she has to be nice to him. Because to me it did not really seem like she went into the club to ask for help there by herself. And she was not even aware that he is there. She went there because the counselor, the teacher, told her to do it. And then she accepted everything as it was. And she was nice to him, sure, but she was nice to everyone. And that's the thing. So when he reflected on that later on, he even said, I had to realize that if someone is nice to me, this person is not nice to me. It is nice to everyone. So it's not specifically about me. So the question here is, he wants to have someone who is nice to him due to who he is, instead of always being nice to everyone. I see that. You want to have kind of praise for you, who you are, but you have to work for that. And that's the thing, you have to have something worse of being praised. So he pushes down people who are nice generally by saying it's more like a masquerade, more like being nice to everyone is a lie. So someone who is always nice is a lie. Because they don't know you. Especially when it comes to girls. So why ever it's specifically girls here, niceness is a lie and an act, and if a girl is nice to you, she lies to you. That's a very bitter and negative view on the world. I partially see his points, but in general, there are a lot of people out there who's nice, and if we are all nicer to each other, it's good for everyone. If we are not, it's bad for everyone. So you could see that his comment, however, hit her, and I mean it hit her hard. She cried. She looked really depressed when she walked on to the group of Hayama and Miura, it is, I think. And then she lightened up when they looked, but there was an act there, you know, the I'm fine, the mask again. And I think he was wrong. So he said, "You are just acting nice to me. You're just behaving nice towards me because I rescued your dog. There was just a coincidence. So you can drop the act." And by doing so, he, kind of smashed her in the face, saying, "You are just acting nice. You do not like me." And by that, it feels a bit like, "and I don't like you." You know, that's maybe transported with it. So the fact that she cried, in my opinion, made it clear that she did not lie to him. She was nice to him because she liked him. And he shattered that. Because he is an idiot, as I said. Which makes it interesting for the next episode or two. Because we will see what comes out of that now. Because what will happen now? They're both members of the club. I mean, she's in the club, we know, last episode. She inscribed. So, will that have an effect? And what I'm asking myself now, we do have a club here which is about helping people. He is forced to be in there by the student council teacher, whatever you want to call it, in the hope that he betters himself and may be able to find friends and get more social. I ask myself if there will be an episode where maybe, just maybe, he realizes that he needs help in the meaning of social problems, his view on life, at least partially. And I would be delighted to see such an episode because it is a self-reflection he would have there. And it would question a lot of things, additionally to what other people think about him. Talking about Yuki as an example, who is always extremely negative to him, towards him. So it was a good episode. I didn't expect the end, and that's nice. That's always good. And I look forward to the next one. So I hope you liked that. As always, feel free to comment, like, and subscribe. My name is Relax and Panic. Goodbye and out.